Hey y'all, Chrissy-O here from Chrissy-O's Clucky Chronicles and ChrissyOShow.com. We're going to talk about Vader just for a little bit today. Just because it's his birthday, he's got a rubber chicken. He loves rubber chickens. That's his favorite toy on the planet. That's about the only thing he really doesn't try to chew up too bad unless his brother gets a hold of it. So Gaston obliterates every toy. We've never found a toy that Gaston could not tear up within 15 minutes. Sorry, not been one on the market.
Whoa.
Hadn't found it. It's balls are usually what he likes to play with. He doesn't play with stuffed animals or any kind of fuzzy furry thing. He likes ball things that have, ball and squeak things to it. But no, we found a grenade ball thing that looks like a hand grenade, That lasts him for a couple of weeks. Other than that, he shreds everything. But anyway, it's going to be a Vader kind of day. So let's have a little chat with good old Vader baby. See what he's up to and see what it's like being 4. Thanks for watching and subscribing. So this is my baby Vader. Absolutely love him, love him, love him. He is 4. He is an AKC registered with his baby papers. He's a European boxer. And as you can tell, he doesn't want to stand still for too long a period of time. He's busy. He is a wonderful baby. He loves rubber chickens. That's his favorite thing in the whole wide world are those rubber chickens. He's actually pretty good with his toys and pretty easy with it. Let mommy have it. It's Gaston Fatty McFatty, his brother, that tears up everything. This is his favorite toy on the planet. He loves it. But he is 4 and he just doesn't care. He hates the roosters, torments the chickens sometimes. Not a fan of the quail, but he doesn't mind the ducks. And yes, he has a little nubbin tail right there in the back. But he is absolutely precious with his little face. And I have to hold his toy up so you can see. Wait. So you can, wait. You see how beautiful he is. He wants his toy thrown. That's what he wants. Isn't he beautiful? Sorry, it's not a very long video about Vader, but happy birthday with your rubber chicken, buddy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see what's on the agenda for today. Well, we've got to go get some rock today. We've got rock we got to go get. And we got to water and we got to feed. Yeah. Because you're out of snacky, scratchy grains. And we got to go in there. And we've got to get a bucket out there that's clean. Oh, goodness. The girls have put the plate in the pool. Let's go get that out. We can't have that. Can't eat a plate, girl. Goodness gracious. I just had to go in there and get the paper plate out of the pool. They had stuck it in there. They've got fresh water in that bucket, but we've got to fill up that bucket right there and get some more scratch grains. They have plenty of feed in their buckets, but they're interesting. Oh, so now we know what Vicky is. Let me open this door so you can see her a little bit better. Y'all gonna run away from me now that I'm talking about you? All right, whatever. So Vicky, the brown one, is a Saxony. She is a Saxony breed. It's like a German breed. And Tracy is a Peking. She's so sweet. They're both just absolutely adorable. Right now they're mad because I took their plate out of the pool. You want some snackies? Okay, Mommy go get you some snackies. Now I've got to get some of these fluff brats. They're scratch grains, and I got to give them some crushed red pepper flakes too. Everybody needs these. And these little canisters, they last me a a little while before they start doing that and cracking on the edge. So I kind of have to be sort of careful about it. I ain't doing too good with that, am I? And they all gather around. They're like, ooh, Mommy's got the snackies. Just take a little bit and chunk some out to the babies, and then we'll go feed the big fluff brats. All right, y'all, move away from the door, because if you get out, Vader's out there, and you know he ain't too kind to y'all. So let's do what we need to do first. Nanaroo first. I always feed him first. I always give him first snackies. Yeah. Go ahead. He always gets first snackies, and they're all under my feet. Here, right there. There you go. They don't like my pole, but I have to have it because of that one right there. Lynn's pretty freaking mean. So we have to be good to Nanaroo. Now, as far as birds, I love birds. I love birds of all kinds. I really do. But, hey, y'all get out and under my feet. I love birds. I love them. I really do. The only thing I don't like, and it's mostly because I'm scared of them, I've had bad experiences, is with emus and ostriches. Had terrible experiences with them, with emus and ostriches. So I don't do emus and ostriches here on the farm. I'm not going to. I like little things. Ducks, love ducks. As far as birds go, ducks would probably be my #1 than chickens. Nanaroo's always going to be my favorite boy, though. He's wonderful. But dogs, boxers always going to win out for me. Now, all he wants to do is play with this, so it's hard to talk and get this thing and video at the same time. Sit, Vader, sit. Good boy. Wait. So now I literally carried it. He was teeny tiny when I got him, and I literally carried him around like an infant. I smooched his nosy, and I played with him every single day of his life. I worked from home at the time, and it was wonderful until he got too big to carry around and tote around and hold like an infant. So he is my dog. Now he literally loves our youngest son, who just turned 18. Loves him. Has his play buddy. But anything Mommy says, Vader will do. Now he'll listen to Daddy for the most part, but he's a Mommy's boy. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Now you want a really good protector type dog. If you train them well, boxers are pretty smart. Now he's smart in his own little way. Let Mama have. Let Mama have it. He's smart in his own little way. See that foot? Okay, wait. Wait. As far as figuring stuff out, nah, he ain't that kind of smart. But as far as teaching him things and how to do stuff, it's hard to show you right now because all he wants to do is play with his birthday toy. He gives me sugar. He pretty much does whatever Mommy asks him to do. He's a good boy. And he's beautiful. He's what's called a sealed boxer. So people are like, oh, I've never seen a black boxer before. Well, now you have. Back to Vader. Vader, I love boxers, okay? I love American boxers. I love European boxers. And I had never owned personally a boxer until our Gus Gus. Now my Gus Gus was named after Little Mouse and Cinderella. We had him for 12 years. He was adopted. And he was just the best baby. He was so mean. I loved it though, because he was a good protector, trained him pretty well. He wouldn't let anybody mess with me at all, and he wouldn't let anybody mess with the boys when the boys were very little at the time. And then when I brought the baby home, which now the baby's 18, so that tells you something. He loved it, absolutely loved it. And then he got boxer cancer and he passed away. So we just couldn't stand it any longer, and I was like, oh my goodness, we need another baby. I gotta have another boxer. Couldn't find a boxer, couldn't find one that we could afford, because people just, I don't know, some of the prices are like, really? Okay, I get it. You know, you're paying for the breed and all that stuff, but it was out of my price range. I couldn't do it. So the boys ended up adopting Gaston Fatty McFatty, and you'll see the video on Fatty McFatty, how we got Gaston Fatty McFatty, all that stuff with Gaston. He's named after Beauty and the Beast. Just wasn't right. It just wasn't right. Gaston was adopted rescue with a lot of problems, like a lot of problems. Mostly mental problems, because he had been abused, he had been treated so terribly in his previous puppy life before he got to the adoption agency to get to us. It was a terrible situation. So our friends, wonderful, wonderful people, Beth and Ernie, they had Bella and Justice. I talk about y'all all the time. Y'all can get over it. Let me talk about these puppies. I show y'all all the time. Get over it, jealous pots. Anyway, Beth and Ernie had Bella and Justice, and they were going to have puppies. And they knew that I was super into boxers. Loved them. Loved boxer dogs. Best dogs in the world, in my opinion. She's like, hey, Bella's getting ready to have some babies. Do you want one? Well, it didn't take much convincing for the boys or me or the hubby, and I said, heck yeah, I want one of those babies. So she showed us the pictures of the babies, and that was it. I just had to have him. I had to have Vader. He's the one that we picked, and oh, I just couldn't stand it. I just had to have him. So we waited for him to get up of some age, and we got him. And I literally carried him around until he got so big that I couldn't carry him around any longer. Now, do I like other breeds of dogs? Of course I do. I love all kinds of animals. I love everything except for what I'm allergic to. And I'm severely allergic to cats. I've never really met a cat that I could be around or have. And how we found that out was when I was little, I had a cat named Prissy Kitty. She was a Himalayan cat. She had been a show cat that a little old lady up the road was going into a facility and didn't have anybody to give it to. And you know, I was a kid at the time. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll take it. So I took it. Couldn't keep it long because I blistered up. I had terrible, terrible hives from it. So I can't be around any kind of cats. I don't have cats out here on the farm. I can't have cats out here on the farm. It's just something about cats I just cannot do. Now my friend has a hairless cat. I've been around that cat, and that didn't give me hives or anything, but maybe it's the hair, the dander. I don't know. Now, if y'all have a favorite dog that you like, that's great. Just put all these breeds in the comments box below. I'll respond back to you. I think it's awesome. I love dogs of all kinds. I've had a lot of dogs growing up my entire life. Matter of fact, where I was raised at, my granny and my papa, they had Saint Bernards. So if you've ever seen a Saint Bernard, it's kind of odd for North Carolina to have these litters back then. I'm talking about the 60s and 70s and stuff like that. So I grew up around Saint Bernard puppies. They're not my favorite because I grew up with them. not my favorite. They were okay, don't get me wrong, but not my favorite type of dog. And I grew up around a lot of poodles. Not my favorite type of dog. I can appreciate those breeds, yes. I've had so many mixed breeds and mutts. We've had chows, we've had Eskimo Spitz, we've had, gosh, every kind of dog you can think of. But for me personally, the one that tops them all is the boxer. Like I said, I love American boxers. I love European boxers. My Vader so far, and I loved Gus, was the last dog that we had for the longest period of time. 12 years was a long time for him, even with his cancer that he had. But I'm telling you, right now, that 4-year-old puppy over there, my baby Vader, that's been my baby. That has been the best baby that I have had to date. And I think it's because I've been able to have him for, you know, for me, and I carried him around when he was a little baby puppy. Because the minute Beth and Ernie opened and popped up the trunk of that car, and there was other little puppy faces that were in there, and the mama was in there, and the daddy was out there, you know, and everything. I don't know, he was just like, hey mommy, I'm yours. And I just scooped him right up, and I held him all the way home. So for me, he's my favorite. You're always going to have a favorite dog, or a dog that reminds you of something, or, you know, happy experiences. And yeah, it's sad when they die, but the thing of it is you get to provide for them a wonderful life. So Boxer's my favorite. What's your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. I think it's awesome.
Snacky in my hands. Do you want to know what this snacky is? I know you girls need some eggies and you like eggies. Hold on. They like eggs. I have to crack them a little bit. And they do like to eat them. Oh my goodness. Mommy's got to go get something else for you girls. How about some corn? You want some? No, you're mad? Oh no, you're so muddy. Look how pretty you are. You see how pretty you are? Look at your footses. You're a muddy baby, but you're sweet. Yes, you are. Monique is adorable, and I love her. She's so sweet. I love ducks. I do. I love ducks. They're so good. Monique is an Indian runner. She's really sweet. I'm going to do a podcast show on Indian runners coming up. I've already done one on crested ducks, talking about Jane Lilly. And Sherry D's also a Indian runner. Their pool's being filled right now. And that over there was full, but they've made it muddy again. They make everything absolutely muddy. But they're good girls. And they love snackies, and they love all kinds of huggies and cuddles and food. And they just think I got something and I've got to go get them some snacks. Okay, girls, you want some wormies? Mommy's going to go get you some grubbies. I know. I got another fun idea. Since you guys are so fabulous and watching the episodes, you watch the shorts daily, you watch the longer content vlogs here. Y'all are so awesome. Got us to 1,000 subscribers, and we have a winner. We announced the winner already this week. Let's do this. At the 2,000 subscriber winner, we'll do another random drawing. This time, Nana-Roo, are you going to be upset if you don't pick it this time? Apparently not. So we'll let Vader pick it this time on a random little app of all of our lovely little YouTube subscribers. And you send in your dogs. Doesn't matter if it's a rescue. Doesn't matter if it's AKC registered, breed, whatever type of dog or kind of dog you have. Send a picture into your dog with your dog's name, and I'll put you guys on our friends page. How about that? So go to the contact page, contact me, say, hey, I'd like to send a picture of my pooch to be on
the ChrissyOShow.com website, for Clucky Chronicles YouTube, watcher, subscriber, follower, and I'll put your fluff on the page with the other fluffy friends that we have. And when we reach the 2,000 subscriber mark, we're going to give away a prize. That's right, we're going to give away a good prize. So, not going to tell you what it is just yet. Let's see the fluffies first. Let's see those puppy dogs. I want to see the doggies. I love dogs. So let's see what you got. We'll call it a day. So happy birthday to my Lord Darth Vader. Vader for short. Or Lumpy. Or Squishy Wishy. Or my stinky little boy. But happy birthday to Vader. Happy birthday if your puppy has a birthday too. Ain't that right, Nanaroo? He doesn't care. Anyway, if you can't be good, subscribe, join, like, and share. Follow along. Sign up for the monthly email. And be good at it. Bye.